Hey, welcome to the episode of Chad's Beer Reviews with my buddy Logan here. So, American beer is getting really expensive. So, there's this one section at Total Wine that has all these cheap imports, and I did that Ukrainian beer last week. So, this time I'm doing a German Bock. Never seen or heard this before. Berliner Geschichte. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Bock beer, 6.7 ABV, no canning date. And all we know is brewed and bottled, well, it shouldn't be canned, by Private Brewery Eibau. I don't know. All right, so I pour it into the Spiegel lager glass, and, well, that is a Hellesbock for sure. It's a nice kind of, it pretty much matches the orange color of the can, although I think it's more of an amber than an orange. It's got a bit of a haze to it. I can actually see particulates just floating there in suspension. Like if I move the glass around, they don't move. Like they're still sitting there. And it had a big white foamy head when I poured it. This is oddly fruity for a Bock. I was expecting like big bready malt, but I mean, there's definitely like a pilsner kind of malt there, but it's not super bready. I will say it's not caramelly or toffee or anything like that. It's not really sweet. I guess you would call it. It's kind of like a baked bread or biscuit. Like rolls, not the British term for cookies. I think like whatever that fruity character is, it might just be the hops, or maybe it's just like oddly fruity yeast esters. I really don't know much about this one. I will say it doesn't smell oxidized. I mean, maybe that's, I always get it as lemon lollipop, and I mean, maybe that's what I'm getting. So I guess we'll find out in a second. Cheers, or Prost. Okay. Yeah, if it is old, it doesn't taste super old. And that fruity character is coming through into the actual palate. I'm surprised because usually lagers, and especially German lagers, are not known for their fruitiness. Any kind of ale, yes, because of the way the yeast is. But I'm read some of these books, for I'm not going to give you the full class on that right now. I will say the palate overall is especially for a German Bock, is fairly mild. I mean, since they put the Reinheitsgebot, the 1516 on there, I'm assuming this is all malt. Nothing corny or ricey about it. No sugar character. It's I'm trying to like think of something I compare it to, because they are calling this a Bock. So I mean, it's kind of like a Bock like with way lower hops than usual. Because usually any kind of Bock will be like really peppery and spicy, earthy, herbal hops. I'm not really getting that on this one. And also the base malt character is just kind of a standard muted kind of breadiness or homemade biscuit kind of flavor. This does to me drink like a German lager, but it's like, I don't know if this is like a new brewery or, well, maybe it's an old brewery, because I see 1237 on label there. Is that like brewing since that long? This to me tastes like a kind of almost like a Michelob or Blue Moon, or some quasi craft, fall craft attempt at a Bock, because it is so mild. To me, this target audience is like some fizzy yellow beer drinker that maybe wants to try something a little bit more niche, something like with a little bit more, not the mainstream. I mean, it's got a nice mouthfeel on it, I will say. It's probably about a medium, little over medium. I don't know if it goes as far as say medium full, but yeah, definitely medium. Carbonation is about moderate, maybe moderate, yeah, about moderate. Get a little bit of nice lacing on the glass there. Yeah, I would say it's very smooth. I get no alcohol in this, which is nice. It's 6.7. Maybe I should have drank this warmer, because now that it's starting to warm up, I'm getting like a little bit more flavor on here. Like it's slightly getting a little bit more bready, and it's slightly more kind of peppery or spicy hop character in there. It is not especially bitter though. It's not really bitter at all. I'll check Untappd to see what the IBUs are, but I assume it's fairly low. So it's not that this beer is bad. It's just kind of underwhelming. I don't know if I could go as far as say boring. It's not bad. It's just, to me, it's just very basic and barely a Bock. Like if I was scoring this to the specs, this is like high 20s, low 30s. So yeah, this is like a 6 out of 10, maybe even like a 5 or 5.5. As always, check me out on Instagram and Untappd. Sometimes I tweak the review between now and then. All right, so if you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for Teetotaler Thursday someday.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.